Alrighty, round 3. I'm 1-1 right now. My opponent has 30 cards in his deck. What is this nonsense? Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy who plays art. Oh, he added a Duskmaw to his deck, so now he has a solid 35 cards. He decided that he didn't want. He decided drawing Duskmaw with one copy of Duskmaw and one copy of Tendrils was too unreliable. So he had an extra copy of Duskmaw and an extra copy of Tendrils, in addition to his 2 Spiderlings and Relic Scout. So I think he's more likely than before, but in terms of likeliness, it's like approaching 0 that he actually ever accomplishes his Duskmaw combo. This hand doesn't have a Battle Rend in it, which kind of sucks. But playing Stasis Warden and just casting Energy Surge is probably going to be my best bet here. Gets to freeze whatever creature he plays, levels up the Energy Surge, and Hermes does his job at level 1, so he doesn't really matter that much to level. And Barrier Soldier, I doubt I need to care about. Since he's playing Onyxium, that deck has 0 aggression, and my opponent plays a bunch of bad cards. Because I remember playing him earlier. I think I was playing Darkforged Yetis. I might have been playing the other Wigu deck. I don't remember. But either way, this matchup should be pretty easy. Onyxium just doesn't have the threats that the other colors do. Synapsis Oracle doesn't really matter. Even against dedicated leveling decks, Stasis Warden generally levels better than those decks. Their cards just matter more. Of course, it has the downside of, since your cards matter more, each dismantling of an individual piece is a pretty big deal, which is why Herald is a pretty bad matchup, because they dendrify your important creatures and then deal a ton of damage to it at once, and you can't stop any of it because it's not through attacking, it's through Herald's ability, which is super unfortunate. This guy needs to pass his turn. Come on, dude. I remember this guy playing absolutely abysmally slowly. And it doesn't look like I was wrong. Okay, so Synapsis Oracle Energy Surge is still the play. I actually probably should have put this... I'm not thinking, sorry. I should have put the Stasis Warden in front of the Synapsis Oracle so I could lock down the Synapsis Oracle, then he wouldn't be able to Duskmaw my creature. But or Spiderling it, honestly. But in all honesty, I mean, the Spiderling thing's pretty relevant. Yeah, that was just a strict misplay. Man, I need to eat something. I haven't really eaten all day, and it's taking its toll. Marty McGear, did he play that last time? I don't remember him playing it. It's possible he could have. Metasculpt? Are you kidding me? That card's unplayable. Well, doesn't really surprise me that much. It just makes your creature lose all abilities. Stasis Warden's probably more important to play than Gox, but I'm going to play both of them because Static Shock doesn't really matter on this board state. We'll block his Synapsis. Let's see what he leveled with Synapsis Oracle. Looks like he leveled Eniog Carrion Demon. This guy has got some pretty crazy ideas. So now my vanilla 4/5 will just attack him for 4. I have no idea what he's going to throw at me next. It's pretty intimidating. Hopefully this Gox lives. I honestly don't expect it to. I definitely couldn't have put it anywhere else because he's already drawn 2 sets of hands and didn't play any Spiderlings. Wow, he Marty McGeared out an Iron Maiden, which made it a 2/2. So it went from being unplayable to completely unplayable, or marginally better. And Killian leveling something, probably another Iron Maiden, because this guy is ridiculous and plays more than one. Well, yeah, kind of has to. He's playing 35 cards in his deck. Delpha Chrono. Oh, right. Delpha Chrono Sculptor. The hot garbage deck. Or the hot garbage card. Sweet. Ooh. That Synapsis Oracle is a big deal. But my Gox lives, so I can just kill it with Iron Mine Acolyte. Doesn't even save Killian. Okay, so let's see what I draw with my Gox here. And then I jam some Iron Mine Acolytes in front of Iron Maiden and Synapsis Oracle. What did he level with Synapsis Oracle? That's kind of important. Relevant to my interests. Synapsis Oracle leveled at Killian. Okay, so I drew Energy Surge with Gox. I'm gonna play Iron Mine Acolyte. Another Iron Mine Acolyte. Yeah. Embryo doesn't really do anything here, so I think what I want to do is play... I've got 2 plays left, so I could play Barrier Soldier. That doesn't really do a whole lot. I think it's better to Energy Surge and hope for another I don't have a Static Shock left, so what am I really hoping for here? I don't know, but leveling up the Energy Surge is fine. Glacial Crush. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I could kill the Marty, but I don't think he really matters. I'd rather just protect Iron Mind a little bit of damage and play Lucid Echoes. So that way I have an Iron Mind in play and a Lucid Echoes running, so I'll have that running into rank 2. Because the next hand is the last hand in rank 1, which has the Battle Brands in it. So now I get to play Battle Brand on Draconic Echoes, and I could Battle Brand something, or I could play Hermes, or I could play Lucid Echoes. Probably going to be the Lucid Echoes, because that card scales super well. I don't remember what didn't I draw? I didn't draw the 3rd Battle Brand, the Edict, and the Lucid Echoes, and a Stasis Warden. So I have 2 leveled Stasis Wardens, which is pretty good. Okay, so we got an Iron Maiden with Marty. It's kind of weird. I have 4 cards left in my deck at the end of rank 1. My opponent has 15. We're playing vastly different decks than each other. Is the only robot he has Iron Maiden? I find that very hard to believe. I'm gonna double Battle Brand his Steel Ice here because I don't want him to start playing leveled cards. And honestly, my next best play isn't that good. Duskmaw doesn't do anything. It's just a 6/5 mobility. He only has 2 Tendrils in his deck. I mean, he's more likely to get a Tendrils by playing the Duskmaw and then moving it to kill something. But, I mean, that's still not super likely. Just level the Lucid Echoes, since leveling the Hermes doesn't do a whole lot. I get to draw an extra card. And, drew an Energy Surge. And drew a Gox. And a Battle Brand. There's a lot of cards I want to play in this hand, actually. Probably want to play the Battle Brand to level the Draconic Echoes, because if I draw that thing in rank 3, I don't know how I can win. Well, I don't really know how I can win anyway, but... you know, Iron Maiden is so bad against Stasis Warden, because you can just freeze it with Stasis Warden. And you're so likely to draw it because of the... they can't prevent you from, like... doing your Lucid Echoes nonsense, because their clock is so slow that you have as much time as you want to play like anything you want. That they don't really like, since they mostly just play removal spells. He didn't level up an Iron Maiden that hand either, so he just doesn't have a level 2 Iron Maiden in his deck. Oh my goodness, dude. Play your cards. Okay, there's the level 1 Iron Maiden. He just hard cast it, and I assume he gets it with Marty now. Or just he only has 1 robot in his deck. No, he has a Hermes in his deck too. That's actually really good for me. That's like half the reason I play Stasis Warden. So my opponents can't attack during my turn. That is a really good draw for me. That his Hermes on his board is very good for me. So go ahead and draw, play Iron Mine Acolyte in front of Killian, I suppose. Iron Mine Acolyte in front of Marty. Stasis Warden in front of Hermes, and then I need to play Lucid Echoes, so I guess I'll just do that. Lucid Echoes freezing the Hermes so he can't attack me. He can't Spiderling my Stasis Warden because he doesn't have any level 2 Spiderlings. I need to play the Lucid Echoes instead of the Battle Brand or the Gox, because he can kill Gox if he manages to draw like a Tendrils or something. But he can't kill Lucid Echoes. It's actually just not possible. And drawing extra cards is very important in this deck. It lets you see more spells. Because if you draw a hand of 4 creatures, or like an Ambriel's Edict that you don't want to play, you just really don't do anything that turn. And you can't really afford to have lost turns against most normal decks. This deck I could probably lose like a large majority of my turns and still be able to do something. Relic Scout. There's his 1 Relic Scout he has. Hermes. Another Hermes. He doesn't realize it's very good for me. So he's actually protecting both Hermes now. I think this is possibly for the best. It does give his creatures a little more armor, which is fairly annoying. So I can play 1, 2, 3, 6, which doesn't kill Doppelbot. Otherwise it would. But other than that slight annoyance, it's still better for me. Because now I can freeze my Stasis Warden and freeze his... I guess I'll hit his face. Freeze Doppelbot because it does the most damage. Attack the... Okay, come on. Internet, you've got this. I believe in you. We're going to Battle Brand to level up Energy Surge and freeze the Hermes that's in front of my Stasis Warden, so he can't deal extra damage to it. Then I've already froze the Doppelbot, so I guess I'll freeze the Hermes now. And the Duskmaw can hit me for 6. He doesn't really matter that much. So battle, nothing happens because everyone has Defender. Pass turn. And I drew the last Acolyte, which is sweet. Glacial Crush is really strong against a Hermes. And probably just going to end up playing Static Shock, Glacial Crush, and Lucid Echoes. Don't think I really have anything I can draw off Iron Man Acolyte that's that good. I could be inclined to play... Actually, you know what? It's probably better just not to play the Iron Mine Acolyte. Because I only have 5 cards left, and I have a Lucid Echoes running, which means my deck reshuffles in. And... actually, you know what? It's actually pointless not to play the Iron Mine Acolyte, because there's only 1 rank left in 3. Not being able to draw the level 3 energy surges and the level 3 acolytes doesn't matter that much because he's putting me under 0 pressure right now, especially with the double Hermes. He can't even attack on my turn. Thanks to not even my devices, thanks to his devices. So he copied Barrier Soldier there because none of my creatures do anything for him. Delpha Chronosculptor, okay, so now he gets to level his level 1 cards. I take 6, and all his creatures gain Defender. I would be having to do so much more work if he didn't... Oh, okay. Yeah, but if he didn't have these double Hermes things going, I would have to be doing so much more work. But now my Stasis Warden kind of just suicides into his creature. I guess I'll block the Doppelbot, because it dies to my Iron Mind. I've got the Energy Surge, play that. Hopefully draw the Stasis Warden. Okay. So I want to play the Stasis Warden and I want to play the Glacial Crush, I think. So let's attack. So my Stasis Warden takes heavy fire. We're attacking. So that's at 1. I don't want to put this in front of Duskmaw because that seems poor. So let's go ahead and play Static Shock, kill his Hermes, freeze the Delpha. Because I don't want my Stasis Warden to die. The 7-1 can die, that doesn't matter at all. And then the choices between Lucid Echoes or Glacial Crush, I don't care if he levels a level 1 card in his hand. His cards don't really do anything against me. I'm not very likely to draw Lucid Echoes, and I would like one going into turn rank 3, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this, because I'm guaranteed to have a Lucid Echoes turn in rank 3 if I do. And I'll freeze the Hermes because it does 7 damage to me. Battle, or end turn. So now I get to draw 8 cards. Unfortunately, if you don't... when you reshuffle your deck in the middle of a rank, you can't draw cards that are in the rank above you. So he just tendrilled that creature. So now I have a bunch of level 3 cards in my hand, or in my graveyard, that I'm not able to draw, which is nice and bad. It'd be way, way good if you could just draw level 3 cards in rank 2. It looks like he... I don't know. He copied Hermes, maybe? Yes, he copied Hermes. So he's giving his Hermes Defender now. He tendrils my Stasis Warden, attacks me for 6 again, and all of his creatures gain Defender, including the Hermes. Which, again, is very poor. Okay, he just replaced it, so this Hermes would be able to attack. I don't really understand that. He also just destroys his Necromoeba. So we're going to play our Iron Mind. If I draw a Glacial Crush, it'd be insane, because I can kill a Steel Iceer. Oop, drew the Glacial Crush. There we go. So I want to play Glacial Crush on the Steel Iceer. Freeze his Delpha, because I don't think I've frozen that yet. Go to combat. He can attack me for, trades. Kill the Oozling with the Static Shock. freeze the Duskmaw because it's easier than clicking cancel. And then Battle Brand and rank up a Gox because I can't foresee needing Barrier Soldier ever in this matchup. Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure his primary win condition is Iron Maiden, which just doesn't really do anything against Stasis Warden because it can never attack. What did he level? So he leveled a Tendrils last turn with Delpha, and this turn he leveled Cersei. Oh my goodness, he's planning on winning with Cersei and Iron Maiden. This guy is very hopeful about the things he needs to happen in order to win a game of Soulforge. Like, it looks like that I'm kind of just playing with him, unstalling, but my deck actually wins very slowly. That's a lot of the reason why people don't like it, because it takes a very long time to kill you. So I'm not actually just like trolling him. I actually can't win yet. So if I draw the level 3 Warden in my deck, I actually get to 30 him, or kill his thing for free, and I have 2 of them in my deck with a lot of draws to get them. So let's go ahead and see what I can do. Drew the Draconic Echoes, it's not the good one. Freeze the, drew the Stasis Warden. So now I'm probably going to cast Lucid Echoes, so I don't have to worry about playing Lucid Echoes ever again. I'm half tempted just to, you know, not freeze his, or not kill it, just to punish him, but that seems not necessary. I even get to play an extra 2 Acolytes. That's why Iron Maiden's a bad card, because anything can kill it. Like, anything can kill it. It has no protection, it doesn't have haste, so it never has an effect when it enters the board. It's just not good. I play my 12/9s to start damaging him. Honestly, you win most of your games through the damage of Iron Mine Acolyte. If I have time, when I cycle through my deck this rank, I'll play the Draconic Echoes and start killing him that way. But for right now, we're good with just, you know, nothing happening. So basically now I just have to control the board until I draw Draconic Echoes again, and the Iron Mines will do a bunch of damage to him in the meantime. Not really sure why I gave the Aniog Defender, because it doesn't really matter that much. Killian, doesn't really matter what Killian levels. All of his deck could be level 4, it wouldn't matter. Looks like Delpha leveled a Grimgaunt Doomrider, Killian leveled a Cersei level 2, which I assume he's about to play, and a Soul Drinker level 1. This is almost one of the worst legendaries in the game for sure, because it has no abilities at rank 1, and it is only a 3/1 at every level. And he played the Steel Iceer. What do I want to do here? I think it's time to... Well, I might as well draw 3 cards to see what options I have. I didn't draw any real options. So I think what I want to do is freeze the Delpha, and I can suicide the Stasis Warden into the other one. Freeze my Stasis Warden. Then go to combat, so my Stasis Warden dies, and I deal some damage to his creatures, and free up some lanes, most importantly. Now I've got 2 plays left. I can play Stasis Warden and then play Static Shock Battlebrand. That's actually seems like the best play in my hand. Static Shock is Delpha. It doesn't actually matter. Probably better Static Shock than the Killian. Freezing the Killian, and then Ortic freezing the Delpha, I guess. It doesn't matter. And then Battle Branding the Steel Iceer, leveling a Stasis Warden, I suppose. Because I can actually, it's possible to lose the Iron Maiden if I just don't draw a Stasis Warden. It's just very unlikely. Like, the chances of me losing to Iron Maiden are probably less likely than the chances of him drawing a Duskmaw combo, which is already pretty unlikely. Delpha can level his level 1 Spiderlings. I should probably kill Delpha before long. Varna's Pact. It feels like this guy's just doesn't have any cards and just threw a bunch of cards in and tried to win with it. I mean, which is fine. That's kind of what this format's for. But I would imagine that your time is better spent if you try to build decks that are good. Because losing is not very fun. Like losing is good because it teaches you things, but like it sucks. I guess I just double static shock the Killian because Marty just trades with it, and I can energy surge first to freeze the Delpha. No reason to freeze anything else. Static shock this. I'm not freezing anything because I want to attack with my Stasis Wardens. Pro tip, you can hit spacebar to go to the page where it asks you if you want to. Are you sure you want to do that? Let's go ahead and energy surge to freeze my Stasis Wardens. Do I want to play a harmful effect on my own card? If I played a spell this turn, I don't actually remember. I guess it's better to Battle Brand and level the Glacial Crush and then find out if I can play another spell than playing something greedy like a Stasis Warden and finding out I just don't have a spell anymore. Okay, I do have a spell, so I'll go ahead and Lucid Echoes to ensure that I can never lose to Iron Maiden. Just make it so that I can't draw. Like, it's not possible for me to not draw a combination of cards that can deal with Iron Maiden. He's at 61 now, so Iron Maiden does 30 damage to him when I cast Glacial Crush. Metasculpt for free on the Stasis Warden, so it actually loses Defender, so now it attacks him, and I don't care if I lose it because, you know, it doesn't do anything anymore. Metasculpt's not... It's like a bad Dendrify, because it frees up the creature to suicide into you, pretty much. This card is very questionable. I guess that's this entire deck, though, really. So let's go ahead and play these Acolytes. We're going to Static Shock his face so that I can play Glacial Crush. And I don't want to defend my creature, so because I want to attack. So we attack for 21, and I'm going to go ahead and freeze my Stasis Warden. Just, you know, good play. I'm going to win eventually, so there's no point in just discard a spell, because I already have my lanes full. There's no point in just not playing safely, because if he plays Iron Maiden and Stasis Warden suicides into it, and I somehow don't draw an Iron Maiden with my 11 card opening hand and 3 energy surges at level 3. Okay, so I actually just can't lose, but still. I didn't actually see what Delpha leveled last turn. It doesn't really matter. So I guess this guy is level Ariadne, Duskmaw, and Relic Hunter deck is just not working out for him. He probably should switch to something a little better. A more traditional deck that plays good cards, to put it bluntly. So played Killian, leveled a Synapsis Oracle, and that's it. And then he played a Varnus Pact. He's at 27, this does 22 to him. Maybe I can draw the Draconic Echoes and try to kill him with Draconic Echoes. But that's just, like, probably too greedy. I can probably just, like, you know, Static Shock him. Because 11 plus 12 is 23. 23 plus 4 is 27. He's at 27. Oh, he saw the clock. So he decreased my clock by just enough damage. So now I have to actually just draw another Static Shock, if I can even manage it with my triple Energy Surge hand. So he's actually dead here. Let me find the other Static Shock in my hand. And then hit battle. Sweet. So, I mean, that was kind of a buy. And it takes a very long time to win with this deck, even if your opponent's playing an awful deck. But it's just, the win is guaranteed if they're playing a bad deck, because your deck is engineered to grind out large creatures. And if they're not playing any, it just makes it, you know, you just take no damage.